Hey, if you have been with me for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of journaling, and I want to talk to you today about how that can be helpful if you are moving abroad or you have already moved abroad. When I say journaling, I'm talking about both kinds of journaling, the kind where you write and you just write, or the kind where you are doing creative journaling or art journaling. So you're mixing a little bit of writing and a little bit of drawing or painting or collage, all in the same journal. So both of these things have been proven to be super effective in research. What they do is they help lower stress, lower symptoms of anxiety and depression. They can help you with things like reducing your heart rate or your blood pressure, helping you sleep better because you have less anxiety or less feeling of I have to remember everything in order to get it all done. So I really appreciate this stuff for myself. I've been using journaling myself for at least 15 years, very consistently. But I also encourage a lot of my clients to use it, especially when they're going through a major life change or something really difficult. And that's exactly what moving abroad is, a major life change. So when you are first starting out and you know that you want to leave, you're going to be coming across a lot of difficult things like people telling you that's not a good idea, people telling you it's not safe, people doing things to discourage you from pursuing this dream. You're also going to come across some frustrations probably as far as dealing with all the paperwork and all the decisions that you have to make and doing things like selling your house or getting rid of all your possessions so that you can move overseas with a couple of checked bags. These are not easy things to do. And in addition to that, like you have to say goodbye to everybody that's important in your life, and you're leaving them. You're going to a place where you probably don't know anybody. So these are the things that journaling can help you with prior to you moving abroad. Once you move, journaling can help you in a whole lot of other ways. So journaling can definitely help you with dealing with things like grief and loss. So you're missing people, you're missing events, frustrations over bureaucracy, because once you move, that's not the end of the paperwork. You then have to go do a lot of other things like fingerprinting and getting your resident card and all of these other things that are very frustrating, and dealing with another culture that does things very differently. As much as you want to be there and you're trying to adapt, can also lead you to some frustration. So cultural change, cultural shock sometimes, frustration over trying to learn the language and fit in a new environment. Journaling can also help you explore your new location. So like getting out and visiting new places you haven't been to before and documenting that. And journaling, I think, is a super great way to bring material to your therapist or your coach for you guys to work on. I love it when my clients do that. Some of my clients write down a whole like list of things. Okay, first let's talk about this. Okay, and then the next thing that came up was this. Let's talk about that. And that is super helpful because we are then definitely working on something that's important to them and that they feel is like top priority. So I want to encourage you guys to journal in whatever way you see fit. If you want to just write, journal, or if you want to be more creative with it. Of course, as an art therapist, I'm going to say that there's additional benefits to doing art with your journaling, because art can help us express things that we don't necessarily have words to express. So if that's something that you're interested in exploring, I'm going to have some classes coming up, a free class on what is art journaling. And of course, I offer the Move Abroad Journal Sprints for only $5. So you can come every week and we will journal about these different topics together and discuss, and you get to meet other people. And then I also offer one-to-one coaching. So even if you're not working with me, I want to encourage you to do some journaling on your own because it's so beneficial. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them.